much. So, my name is Michaela and I'm here from Nashville, Tennessee. And I've been in the UK for about a week and a half. I was at Americana Fest in London. Has anybody ever heard of that?
Yeah.
It was really fun. And then we played just a few shows, me and Jack Klatt. How's Jack Klatt? Isn't he great? Happy to be here with him. This is our last night. He's going home, and then I'm going to Scandinavia. So it's going to be a little bit colder, I think. We're going way far north up to basically to the border of Finland. So I brought long johns. It's been nice here, yeah. Thermals, I got one. So this next song I wrote, I lived in New York City for a long time before I moved to Nashville, and I was always really anxious and stressed out, and I blamed it on the city. I thought, oh, if I move to Nashville, I'll be so easy breezy, I won't be stressed at all anymore because I'll have a driveway and a house, and I won't leave the post office in tears. And that happened quite a few times in New York. But I wrote a whole record called Ease My Mind, kind of driven by the angst that I blamed on city life. And then I moved to Nashville, and about a year into it, I wrote the song Worrying Mind. And I think I kind of came to terms with it's just my nature. You know that saying, wherever you go, there you are. mentioned, I lived in New York City before Nashville, and I lived in a lot of other places before that. My dad was a submarine captain in the U.S. Navy. So that meant that we got stationed to a new base every other year. So I lived all over the U.S., and I lived in Europe, I lived in southern Italy. I lived in 20 different places by the time I was 18. And I think that really informs a person. Just not knowing what it's like to be in one spot for very long. And you're just constantly saying goodbye to people and always missing people. And I really think that's why I like such sad songs. I've always said the one emotion that I've known kind of consistently and constantly from the time I was old enough to realize what feelings were was one of longing and sadness, because I missed my dad because he would go out to sea for sometimes 6 months and we wouldn't talk to him. Or I missed my grandparents and my cousins and my aunts and uncles because they all lived away from us. Or I missed the people that we just moved away from. So it's just really constant. And for some reason, I've chosen a life path that's kind of perpetuated that sadness. I'm never home, and I'm always saying goodbye and blowing through town and saying, so excited to see friends at a show and, have a quick hello. But it's an interesting way to live, and I always say I'm lucky in the sense that it inspired a lot of songs, but I also half joke, but I'm serious that it also inspired a lot of expensive therapy. But this next song is inspired by that upbringing. It's called Child of the Wind.
Before I go
I had a friend, but she turned her back on me. Never told me why, just decided to leave. So I'm still waiting, hoping to find someone to love me through the hardest of times. Seems like always out here looking for the pain, chasing down the hurt like I prefer it that way. Kicking up some dust just to feel dirt fall on my face. Well, maybe hearts like mine are always meant to be a little tattered, torn, and blue and crazy. I have a lover, but in time he'll go away. How could he love me when I act out this way? He don't see the trouble I keep in my mind, a heart stained with shadows, can't trust the loving kind. Seems like always out here looking for the pain, chasing down the hurt like I prefer it that way. Kicking up some dust just to feel dirt fall on my face. Well, maybe hearts like mine are always meant to be a little tattered, torn, and blue and crazy. A little tattered, torn, and blue and crazy. Are there any Emmylou Harris fans out there?
Yeah.
I love Emmylou a lot. And one of my favorite records is her early record called Luxury Liner. Does anybody listen to that?
Yeah.
All right. But several years ago, I think actually in the 90s, they reissued it and they put a bonus track on the end of the record. And I didn't know that. And one day, a few years ago, I was driving in my car listening to it on Spotify, and I never heard the bonus track because I have the record on vinyl and I would usually listen to it at home. But this bonus track came on and it kind of just transfixed me, and I kept playing it over and over again, and I listened to it probably 5 times in a row, and the story just really resonated with me. It's about a musician, and I kind of became instantly obsessed, and I went home and started Googling who the songwriter was. I found out her name. Her name is Lori Hyde Smith. But I couldn't find any other music by this woman, any other songs she wrote, any music she put out herself. I couldn't find anything. I found a woman by the same name that lived out in North Carolina and taught art, but that was it. I don't have very good stalking skills, clearly. But I kept kind of obsessing over this song, and specifically the writer, for some reason, that I just wanted to know about her. And I talked about it in an interview for a magazine that was published online. And a few months after it came out, I got a Facebook message from Lori Hyde-Smith. And she wrote me and said, "Hi, Michaela. I happened upon this article where you talk about a song that I wrote that Emmylou Harris recorded. And I wanted to say that was really nice of you. And I checked out your music and I like it." And I couldn't believe that it could be, I just couldn't believe that this could be happening. So I wrote her back with probably like 20 questions. And turns out she's the art teacher that lives in the Outer Banks of North Carolina. And she was a touring musician and songwriter, and she gave it up and moved out and runs a surf shop on the coast. And she married a drummer. I'm also married to a drummer, so I thought that was kind of cool. we don't surf, but it was so fascinating to me to get to know her over email, and we kind of were pen pals for about a year. And then she wrote me one day and asked if I thought it would be too weird if she and her husband flew to Nashville to meet me. And they had never been to Nashville, and before I even thought it through, I just wrote her back and said, "Yes, I have a show next week. Would you want to come so you can see me play as well?" And she wrote back and said, "Booked our flights. We'll see you next week." And I went into the kitchen and said to my husband, "I just invited complete strangers to come and visit us." They weren't staying with us, so it felt a little safe. But they came to the show. We went out to dinner, and we had such a wonderful time there. You know, they were writing songs and playing music in the 70s and 80s, and it was just so incredible to get to know them. And since then, I've gone out to the Outer Banks. Her husband taught me how to surf, and we keep in touch all the time. And I love the story of the song, and it's become such an important story to me, the fact that now I can call Lori a friend. And I like to share that, and I like to share the song because it's just a constant reminder to me of you never know what's going to happen. And especially with music, the life that one little song can breathe is really crazy. So for someone who travels around the world playing songs, it's a really nice reminder. So I hope you guys like this song. It's called "Me and Willie."
Say the booze and bar were wearing Plans we made, how quick they
you've never heard that, I highly recommend listening to Emmylou's recorded version. It's really beautiful. It's I think it's only on the digital version of the reissue of Luxury Liner. So it's on Spotify and Apple Music and all those things. I don't know if it's on a physical copy. But it's called Me and Willie. I wrote that song about my husband and I and our life together. He's a musician as well, and he's been traveling with me and driving me around the past few days. Next week we're going to be touring as a band and he'll be playing, but this week he's just been my roadie essentially and selling merch for me. So tonight I'll be selling my own merch and hope you guys will come say hi at the merch table. But the poor guy got food poisoning today, so he's not here tonight. He's stuck in a hotel, and it's one of those days where you question your life choices.
Go eat sushi.
Yeah, maybe don't eat sushi. Although I ate it and I feel totally fine. So he took one for the team, I guess. He got the bad piece of sushi. So. I'm playing songs off my most recent album, which is called Desert Dove. This is called Somebody New. I'm drinking day old coffee and watching the clouds roll in. What kind of life messed up the words. Oh man. I want to start it from the top. I met a dove in the desert. Her name was Madeline and she was aglow. Her dress was white and off her shoulders. She told me of the many men she'd known. I watched a man walk up beside her. He was tall and wore a hat the color of bone. He drank tequila straight and talked to her the same way before long. They were dancing slow. Lady of the night, are you more lonesome with them gone by your side? You love them all the way they want and they need. Tell me, who does your heart wish to please? I wonder if he sees her. Does he look her in the eyes or hide from her gaze? Does he wonder what kind of things her body knows? Or does he think he's the only one with pain? Or does he think he's the only one with pain? Lady of the night, are you more lonesome with them gone by your side? You love them all the way they want and they need. Tell me, who does your heart wish to please? Who does your heart wish to please? Every night before I go on stage, no matter how many times I've sung these songs, I always have a panic of I'm gonna forget the lyrics, and I do sometimes. So I don't know why that is, but because I say them over and over and over again. This next song I wrote with my good friend Mary Bragg, who's a great singer and songwriter from Nashville, and we got together. I started the song by myself, and I had Mary picked out as the person that I wanted to help me finish it, because she's got the right amount of sass. And it took a couple bottles of wine, I think, and a few sessions to finally finish it. And we kind of got together and we're kind of talking shit about what it's like to be a lady, a woman, especially a woman on tour. And just in life, just maneuvering, and some of the things that we deal with, like from full inappropriate sexual harassment to the most well-intentioned but unsolicited advice, often at the merch table or my Facebook page. But so we wrote this little kind of friendly PSA with love. It's called If I Wanted Your Opinion. Ever since I was a little girl, said pretty baby you could have the whole world. You'll grow up to be a beauty and every man's dream. But I wanted so much more, just waiting on a man to open the door. Don't you know by now there's so much more to me? Not a poster on the wall, not a porcelain doll. It's funny how you think you run the show. But try to tell me how to be, I'm not some puppet on a string. And if one of your opinion you would know. Whoa, 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 maybe we should call it quits. You don't like women who talk like this. I'm a real sharpshooter and I don't see no reason to change. But now you're falling for a pretty face, but I'm not some woman you can keep in her place. You wanna be my man, you better listen when I say. Not a poster on the wall, not a porcelain doll. It's funny how you think you run the show. But try to tell me how to be, I'm not some puppet on a string. And if one of your opinion you would know. Whoa, 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 whoa. To all of you cowboys whistling at all the pretty ladies, what makes you think we can't buy our own drinks and that every queen is waiting on a king? I'm not a poster on the wall, not a porcelain doll. It's funny how you think you run the show. But try to tell me how to be, I'm not some puppet on a string. And if I wanted your opinion, you would know. Whoa, 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 whoa. Thank you. This feels like a nice, safe environment that I'm gonna try a brand new song, if that's okay.
Yeah.
I wrote this just last month.
feel the rush of being dishonest. I heard you saying I could fix it or break it. Does it make me weak if I can't take it? What was done to me, what was done to you? I wanna think good people hurt, good people hurt, good people hurt, good people hurt people too. Unraveling before I noticed the parts of me that were lost or stolen. Can I be a person that's okay with this? Can I be a person I'm okay with? What was done to me, what was done to you? I wanna think good people hurt, good people hurt, good people hurt, good people hurt people too. Cause forgiving you means forgiving me, and that's the hardest thing to do. I wanna think good people hurt, good people hurt, good people hurt, good people hurt people too. I wanna think good people hurt, good people hurt, good people hurt, good people hurt people too.
Thank you. I have just a few more songs. We're gonna get Jack Platt up here to come and sing a song with me. So Jack and I just met in September. We are both on Yep Rock, a wonderful record label that puts out our records. And we had records come out on the same day. And then we got hooked up to play a tour together. And luckily, we really like each other. At least I think I like Jack. I'm just gonna say.
That's been great. This is the last time we're going to do this for a while.
Yeah. My husband was especially bummed because he really likes Jack. So he was, as I was leaving the hotel when he was like delirious from having food poisoning all day, he said, "Tell Jack I said bye."
Did you tell him about the food poisoning?
I did.
Yeah.
I told him.
Thanks.
We also drank a lot of whiskey last night, the three of us.
We did.
So I don't know if that helped or hurt the food poisoning.
Probably wasn't good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that whiskey bottle's pretty much gone. I don't know.
It is. Yeah.
One of you lucky people could maybe take it home. I don't think I can I don't think I should bring that on an airplane tomorrow.
You mean the new bottle that we have tonight?
Oh yeah, and then there's the new bottle too. Gotta take the whiskey off the rider.
And people wonder why musicians always have like
Drinking
drug and
problems?
alcohol issues.
Yeah,
Basically.
like, hey, this is what you need.
Yeah. So speaking of dysfunction, we're going to play a kind of sad, dysfunctional love song. Jack was kind enough to learn one of my songs. This is called Two Fools.
Don't hold me too close if we dance at the bar. I won't look in your eyes. I'll keep my gaze fixed somewhere far. 'Cause someone might see and think we're in love. They won't understand. We're just two fools.
Can't
Say enough
is enough.
Don't linger too long. You say hello in a crowd. You tell a joke. I try not to laugh too loud. Someone might see and think we're in love. They won't understand. We're just two fools. Can't say enough is enough. 'Cause I've tried to break things off so many times before. You let me down easy every time you walked out the door. No matter who's calling things off, we can't seem to let this thing by. We're just two fools who don't know how to say goodbye.
Oh,
Someone might see and think we're in love. They won't understand. We're just two fools. Can't say enough is enough. Oh, they won't understand. We're just two fools. Can't say enough is enough.
Michaela.
Jack Cloud, everybody. Thank you, Jack. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'm going to play just a couple more tunes. Thank you to the Louisiana for having me. And I hope to be back soon. I know I will be back at some point this year, later in the year. And Might even have a band with me next time.
Oh, your house is burning under your feet while your eyes are burning holes in me. Can't fight a flame that you stoke. I'm not the fire, I'm just the smoke. Everyone but you can see you're your worst enemy. You got the heart, kind of please, but you're making it harder. Has to be. Oh, your house is burning under your feet while your eyes are burning holes in me. Can't fight a flame that you stoke. I'm not the fire, I'm just the smoke. I'm not the fire, I'm just the smoke. Blame it on everything I do. Baby, it starts and it ends with you. Whether you win or whether you lose, you can be happy if you choose. You can be happy if you choose. Oh, your house is burning under your feet while your eyes are burning holes in me. Can't fight a flame that you stole. I'm not the fire, I'm just the smoke. I'm not the fire, I'm just the smoke. Ooh, don't be a fool, don't be too proud. Telling you, baby, we can work this out. Oh, your house is burning under your feet while your eyes are burning holes in me. Can't fight a flame that you stole. I'm not the fire, I'm just the smoke. House is burning under your feet while your eyes are burning holes in me. Can't fight a flame that you stole. I'm not the fire, I'm just the smoke. I'm not the fire, I'm just the smoke. I'm not the fire, I'm just the smoke.
Thank you guys so much. I want to play one last song. I've always kind of thought, I've always liked to end a set like on an upbeat song, but for some reason this past year, I've been kind of slowing it down and almost like a goodnight lullaby. Especially because I feel like the world is just a little crazy these days. I know you guys are having some stuff that you're going through. So are we in the US. So I just feel like it's a really important time to try and care for each other and love each other and know that we're not alone. And disagreements don't have to mean hatred. So I want to leave this for you all. I wrote this song for myself and for my friends and for my family and for strangers. So this is for you. Thank you so much for being here.
It's no wonder you are feeling pretty blue. You think the whole world's forgetting about you. It's no wonder you're feeling pretty blue. same as when you are full of light.
If you happen to know this part and feel like singing along, please feel free. Be easy. Be easy. Be easy. Be Thank you all so much. Thank you for being here. I hope to see you next time, and I hope you'll come and say hi downstairs at the next table. Thank you.